right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to week number 5 of the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm Rockerman. Happy to be back in the booth here, joined by the one and only Ventus. Ventus, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing so fantastic. I get two casts tonight, which is a big plus, and they're both teams and games that I thought were going to be very interesting that I mentioned on the podcast. Shout out podcast. If you guys want to go watch it, there's a YouTube link on the Discord. But I don't know, super excited. But before we get to that, we got to mention some players of the week, from each league. So I mean, for week number 4, so it should be super exciting.
Oh yeah, we gotta roll through the players of the week, and then we'll get into this banger rival league matchup and a little preview of the rest of the stream. But yeah, let's just dive right into things here and start off with the Titan Player of the Week. A lot of great contenders. Once again, the Titan League super competitive. A lot of the series went to Game 5. So a couple shout outs to Blue Eat Lakes, Monsters up here, Pizza, Kratos, Denzi, all on the top here, Mogi. But there can only be one winner, and that winner is the one and only Brandon, who went off once again this week. He seems to do it all the time. Ventus 536 score per game, 1.6 goals per game, 1.7 saves, zero point 0.7 assists. So what else do you expect from that man Brandon on Nebula?
Yeah, I mean, you tend to notice whenever Nebula, wins both games in their week or has a good week, Brandon's always kind of that rock and he's always the one who's like standout player. And so I'm not super surprised by it. I know how good Brandon is, but he also, you mentioned Denzi was one of those other players of the week candidates. And, so whenever those three, kind of combine and play really well together, they all stand out really well. So but Brandon definitely not super surprised. A very very good player, and a great candidate for Player of the Week.
Yeah, he's got a lot of them. I think he might be up there with the most players of the week all time in Nemesis history. He's got to be close there. I'll have to fact check that one, but he's definitely close here. Excuse me. But yeah, congratulations to him. And then Ventus, I'll throw it over to you. What can you tell us about the rival league player of the week?
Yeah, I mean, we got plenty of great players once again. We talked about we Arc Ball, coming in for Thunderbirds last week, a new player, Somber for the Bearcats. We saw him on stream as well, super mechanical. Flip and Flame, both other players that are very good and notable in the Rival League, and Landon as well. But there can only be one, just like you said, and that player is going to be Milky for the Thunderbirds. I got to see him on stream when they took on the Bearcats, with him and a brand new roster of players, and Crip wasn't even there for the Thunderbirds, and he was just such a standout player. He's so controlling the game. He's able to just do so much on the ball. Great score maker. I mean, just really good, solid defense. I mean, such a good player.
Yeah, no, definitely a great selection there. If I do say so myself, by the management team. But congratulations to Milky on taking that one, and we'll continue right along into the Challenger League. Once again, we've got some great candidates here. Kopente, as always, looking good. Yukio, that dynamic duo is very spicy. You got Stites, J Rod, Clouds, Bonk, Seven, Squirrels up here, JP, Brother. A lot of really high scores in the Challenger League this week as well. But the winner is gonna go to another Atrium member, Mr. Local Visco Lad here, gonna take this one home. A crazy week from him, 1.71 goals per game from Local, 1.14 assists and 1.14 saves per game. So once again, another stat sheet stuffer there. As he put all the stats in the bag there and picked himself up Player of the Week. And Ventus, I'm pretty sure he was the one that subbed up into
Hmm.
the Thunderbird series as well. So I mean, he had quite a week.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to mention that. I mean, not only did he put crazy stats up in the Challenger League, he also came up to play for the Thunderbirds along with Milky, and showed out there. Had some great stats as well. So I mean, not only can he do it in the Challenger League, he can also do it in the Rival League. Another great player, but now we're getting a little bit farther down the league, and we're gonna hit the prospect league. We got some great players there as well. Adso, Tripwire, another mention. Wolfie, Postman, Tamil, I think that's how you say it. Ban this one, and East Coast Ghost. But it can only be one, and that player, the biggest standout, is going to go to Lucky. And for the Warhawks, I mean, he had an amazing week, 1.44 goals per game, 2.11 saves per game. I mean, he's just both sides of the pitch, making crazy saves, making some insane goals. And I mean, him and It's Parker have just formed this 1-2 duo for the Warhawks that have been so crazy. And, they look poised to make a playoff run. So, I mean, glad to see some recognition there.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's back-to-back weeks for Mr. Lucky there on the Warhawks, and we'll have to see. Yeah, that is an interesting duo. I get to face off against them this week in the Warhawks with Lucky and Parker, so I'm excited to see them on the pitch and see how things go. I already faced off against Parker when he's on the Melons, but I get to face off against the two-time Player of the Week right there, Lucky. Congratulations to him. And yeah, let's round it out one more time as we're going to move down to the Novice League Players of the Week here. Once again, this novice league, just like the Titan League, is super competitive. I believe I think there's like 6 4-2 teams or 5 4-2 teams, something like that. There's a lot of really close action. They're all tied at the 1 seed right now. A couple shout outs to Exile Tire, Silver J, Beard, Chunk Light, Dr. Shadow, Div, Guacman John. A lot of great weeks, but this player definitely stood out by far. And it's another lucky. It's Lucky Rays from the Wisps there. 550 score per game, 1.75 goals per game over 8 games this week. So the man went off. Also over 2 saves per game and zero point 0.6 assists per game. So really just absolutely dominating week from him. The Wisps got some much needed 2 series wins there. So congratulations to him. A double lucky combo to round it out there. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up there for the players of the week. Congratulations to everyone that took home a player of the week award here. And without any further ado, Ventus, I guess we'll transition right on